Welcome back to another episode of Mr. Mysteries in Black and White with your two hosts, Josh and Ed.
Hello.
First things first, as always, Ed, how you been, mate?
Well, last couple of days since I seen him.
Oh no, we need a new thing now.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Please, bank holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm fucking over the moon with that. Yeah, nah, not been too bad. Yourself, mate?
Yeah, just like you said in the last couple of days. Yeah.
Yeah.
we need a new thing to say.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah.
But no, this week we are talking about the Philippines mythology.
Yep.
Before we get into that, I just want to say a couple of things. First, thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of the Maui wildfires.
Yeah.
Horrific. If you look at the before and after pictures of what the resort and like the whole area used to look like to now, it is ridiculous. And I think what we just looked up about it is 338 or 388 people missing.
That's
Hopefully they are found.
Yeah.
As many as possible, if not all of them. And yeah, thoughts and prayers go out to the victims who have lost loved ones or lost their homes and all sorts of things like that.
It just gets me, right? Like, how many massive wildfires there's been, like, in recent times?
I know, it's ridiculous. And like
what is going on?
I know, alright. I've got to be careful how I say this, right? There's a load of people like climate control and everything that will jump on the bandwagon of this. Like, well, this is why we need to sort something out. Yes, we do.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Climate control, 100% unbeliever.
We're at the point of no return.
Yeah. But that doesn't necessarily mean this is what's caused it. I mean, like we just said about the Australian wildfire. It was caused by a gender reveal. Had nothing to do with the weather.
No.
It was simply just dry land on a gender reveal. Yeah. Boom. One little spark. That's all it takes.
Yeah. No, and that's the sad reality of it. It's like with the Californian ones and stuff like that. When when brush and everything gets so dry, it just takes next to nothing.
Exactly.
You know,
like I said, like thoughts and prayers go out to the victims and everything like that. Hopefully, majority of them people are found, if not all of them, and
begin the rebuild.
Yeah, exactly.
Not forever.
Another thing I want to mention, coming from a selfish point of view, is we recently did a podcast with nuclear medicine men.
Yeah, on their
platforms.
Yeah,
I'll leave a link in the description and like a tag and everything. Please do go check him out. Brilliant lad.
Yeah. We had a good laugh, didn't we?
Yeah,
really
exactly.
Good laugh. He when it comes to conspiracy theories, that man, he
puts me to shame.
Yeah, he goes well in.
Yeah, he puts me to shame.
He says, "I'm going down a rat hole." He says, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to the point where he was saying, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And I'm going, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't have a clue what he was on about. Like, I'd never heard of half of them. I'm like, fucking hell, this guy's on another level.
Yeah, he's very dedicated. And it's refreshing to see. Like, it's that was the first time we ever spoke to him. Like, we've communicated over Instagram, to go on and everything. We was like, yeah, what a buzz. And, so this was the first time we ever spoke to him, and he was so comforting, like how to speak to him and everything. Like, it just rolled so well.
Yeah,
and I'm looking forward to more interviews, more work together, and in the near future.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, please do go give him a listen and a follow. Brilliant lad. If you like our content, you'll love his.
Yeah.
You know,
if you love conspiracy theories,
you'll definitely love
him because he, like I say, he is dedicated, and it's refreshing to see. Like, I think as well because way me and you are, because we try and see things as logically as possible. Sometimes having a mind that it goes beyond that, like things outside the box. Yeah, it does help us in a way.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it broadens our horizons and everything. So that was so he is very interesting.
And one thing I'll give him credit for is he won't just say, "Yeah, I believe this," and leave it at that.
Yeah, exactly.
He will go like, "This is why I believe it." It's like XYZ. Yeah. Exhibit A. This is why I believe.
Yeah, and also, even if he does believe it, he also shows that side of skepticism as well.
Yeah.
Because if it's not proven, you can't really say 100%, and he is very much like that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that very much. Because we're the same.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, please do go give him a listen and a follow.
Yeah.
But like I said, this week we are talking about Philippines mythology.
Filipino mythology.
Yeah, boy.
So, yeah. Josh, I'll let you go.
Okay. So, first thing I've got is how the world was made, according to Filipino mythology.
Yeah.
So, thousands of years ago, there was no land, nor sun, nor moon, nor stars.
What the fuck was that?
And the world was only a great sea of water.
Oh, alright.
Wet.
But is water wet?
No, it's not.
Nah, it's
No,
not. Yeah.
it's not.
Alright.
Water is not wet.
No.
You don't say fire's on fire, do you?
Yeah, but you say fire's hot.
Yeah, but then you'd say is water cold. You wouldn't
Not
say it's
always,
wet.
because you get hot water.
Baths and that. That's hot water, isn't it?
Baths and that.
And the world was only a great sea of water, above which stretched the sky. The water was the kingdom of the god. You know how I took the piss out of you for...
Oh, this is going to be great. Come on, then. Let it rip.
Maguayan. Magoyan.
Majuli.
According to Filipino mythology, there was Ali G.
And Majuli. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. No, fuck
Magoyan. We'll go with Magoyan.
Magoyan.
And the sky was ruled by the great god Captain. I'm not saying that retardedly. It literally says
Yeah,
Captain.
no, it does. Look at me. I am the captain now.
I am Captain. Magoyan had a daughter called Lindagat. I'm sorry.
You scattered again. Lindagat. Oh, God. I'm so sorry.
Lindgat the Sea.
Huh? Where?
Had a daughter called Lingat the Sea. Is that what it means?
No,
sort
the
of
sea and captain.
The sea and Captain had a son known as...
What?
Had a son known as... Lee... Fucketh me if...
Lee hanging.
Lee Hanging.
Right,
What are you doing? Lee Hanging.
So captain, fuck the sea. No wonder the sea's so salty. Yes! Get in! Oh, yes! And that.
Had a son known as Langin the Wind.
Lee hanging.
Lee Hanging, sorry. The gods agreed to the marriage of their children, so the sea became the bride of the wind. 3 sons and a daughter were born to them. The sons were called... You are having a fucking laugh. Lekalibutan.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't know why I'm looking like
Liadlo and Libulan.
What's that second one again?
Liadlo.
Liadlo.
What's wrong with Jeremy, Bob, and
Terry?
yeah, Cheyenne or something like fucking. If you're feeling a bit adventurous, go Siobhan. They're spelled Simbahan. But do you know what I mean? What's this shit?
I'm sorry if there's anyone called Siobhan who listens to us.
Your name's Simbahan.
Oh, no.
It's the least word-looking word I've ever seen in my life. How the fuck has Siobhan got a B in it?
Yeah, but knife has a K in it.
Yeah, but that's sort of Siobhan. SIOB. Shiv. What do you mean?
Yeah, but in knife it should be Kniffy. Do you know what I mean?
Kniffy and Siobhan.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the sons were called the Kalibutan, Liadlo, and Libulan. And the daughter received the name Lishuga.
Yeah.
The Kalibutan had a body of rock and was strong and brave. Liadlo was formed of gold and was always happy. I bet he was. He was rich. And Libulan was made of copper and was weak and timid. They got the short end of the straw.
Yeah.
And the beautiful Lisuga had a body of pure silver and was sweet and gentle. Their parents were very fond of them, and nothing was wanting to make them happy. After a time, Lahangin died and left the control of the winds to his eldest son, Lekalibutan. The faithful wife, Lidigat. It does sound like I'm scattered.
Yeah.
Soon followed her husband, and the children, now grown up, were left without a father or mother. However, their grandfathers, Kaptan and Magoyan, took care of them and guarded them from all evil. After a time, Lekalibutan, proud of his power over the winds, resolved to gain more power, and asked his brothers to join him in an attack on Kaptan in the sky above. It's a bit harsh. Why do you want to chef your granddad? Arseholes. At first they refused, but when Lekalibutan became angry with them, the amiable Liadlo, not wishing to offend his brother, agreed to help. And then together they included the timid Libulan to join in the plan. Libulan had a plan. When all was ready, the three brothers rushed at the sky, but they could not beat down the gates of steel that guarded the entrance. Then Lekalibutan let loose the strongest winds and blew the bars in every direction. The brothers rushed into the opening, but they were met with an angry god, Kaptan. So terrible did he look that he turned and ran in terror. But Kaptan, furious at the destruction of his gate, sent 3 bolts of lightning after them. The first struck the copper Libulan and melted him into a ball. The second struck the golden Liadlo, and he too was melted. The third bolt struck Lekalibutan, and his rocky body broke into many pieces and fell into the sea. So huge was he that parts of his body stuck out above the water and became what is known as land.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. So we're all walking about on some fucking old god that wanted to piss off his granddad.
Yeah.
Righto. Fuck, he was massive then, weren't he?
He was a big Donny.
Hang on then, right. So how were they all able to walk back? Because if one's gold and one's copper, like, what were they doing? Are they just swimming everywhere?
Well, yeah. Make of that what you will.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, the gentle Lisuga had missed her brothers and started to look for them. She went towards the sky, but as she approached the broken gates, Kaptan, blind with anger, struck her too with lightning, and her silver body broke into thousands of pieces. It's a bit harsh. She was only looking for her brothers. Granddaddy, see my brothers. Fuck off, bitch!
You're one of them.
Kaptan then came down from the sky and tore the sea apart, calling on Magoyan to come to him and accusing him of ordering the attack on the sky. Soon Magoyan appeared and answered that he knew nothing of the plot, as he had been asleep far down in the sea. After a time, he succeeded in calming the angry Kaptan. Together they wept at the loss of their grandchildren, especially the gentle and beautiful Lisuga. Well, you're the one that fucking done her in!
Yeah, but he was in blind rage, weren't he?
But with all their power, they could not restore the dead to life. However, they gave each body a beautiful light that will shine forever. And so it was that the golden Liadlo became the sun, the copper Libulan the moon, and while the thousands of pieces of silver Lisuga shined as the stars of heaven.
Yeah.
To wicked Lekalibutan, the gods gave no light, but resolved to make his body support a new race of people. So Kaptan gave Magoyan a seed, and he planted it on the land, which, as you well remember, was part of Lekalibutan's huge body.
Mm-hmm.
Soon a bamboo tree grew up, and from the hollow of one of its branches, a man and a woman come out.
Adam and Eve.
The man was Sikalak, and the woman was called Sikabe. They were the parents of the human race. Their first child was a son who they called Libo, or Libo.
Right. Why is it with every mythology is incest? Isn't it?
Yeah.
They're the parents of human race.
Yeah.
So basically, brothers fuck sisters.
Yep.
So whatever you do in any kind of mythology, they've just got a weird kink for incest.
Which is quite ironic, really, because if that's like what started everything, but then in most religions, incest is frowned upon.
Exactly.
So
You're going
against yourselves.
You're
We're not saying do it.
No.
We're not saying big up incest. I'm just saying
no.
practice what you preach.
Yeah, exactly. You pretty much just gave him an order. If you go by that mythology, you going home and sorting your sibling out. No, please don't.
No. That's illegal.
It's frowned upon in many.
Afterwards, they had a daughter who was known as Saman. Padawan was a younger son, and he had a son called Arion. Padawan was very clever and invented the trap to catch fish. The very first thing he caught was a huge shark. Of course it was. When he brought it to land, it looked so great and fierce that he thought it was surely a god, and he at once ordered his people to worship it. Soon all gathered around and began to sing and pray to the shark. Suddenly the sky and sea opened up, and the gods came out and ordered Padawan.
Hang on. He caught the shark, right? So I said a tiger shark. So
Yeah.
they brought it on land. They're like, oh, we've got to pray to it. They're all singing and praying to it. And the shark's just like, let me just go back, you freak. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Either kill me or let me go home.
Can he breathe?
Captain! What do you mean?
It was funny you should say that. Because suddenly the sky and sea opened up, and the gods came out and ordered Padawan to throw the shark back into the sea and to worship none but them.
See, I know.
All were afraid except Padawan. He grew very bold and answered that the shark was as big as the gods, and that since he had been able to overpower it, he would also be able to conquer the gods.
You're talking silly buggers now, boy.
And then Captain, hearing this, struck Padawan with a small thunderbolt, for he did not wish to kill him, but merely teach him a lesson. And then he and Magoyan decided to punish these people by scattering them over the earth. So they carried some to one land and some to another. Many children were afterwards born, and thus the earth became inhabited in all parts. Mm-hmm. Padawan did not die. After lying on the ground for 30 days, he regained his strength, but his body was blackened from the lightning. And all of his descendants, ever since that day, have been black. I'm a descendant of a lightning bolt. What do you mean?
Your ancestors shouldn't have prayed to a shark.
Fucking hell, am I actually reading this shit? Oh my days. I'm giving credit, it's creative.
I love the stories. Because it's just so mad.
It's fucking creative, I'll give them that.
J.K. Rowling ain't got shit on these. Whoever come up with these kind of stories, she ain't got shit on them.
His first son, Arion, was taken north as he had been born before his father's punishment. He did not lose his colour, and all his people, therefore, are white. Libo and Salmon were carried south, where the hot sun scorched their bodies and caused all their descendants to be a brown colour. What am I? Am I a lightning bolt victim, or have I got a tan? What's going on? What's happening right now?
I ain't getting involved, mate. Because
I prefer not to speak.
Yeah, I'll get lynched. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my fucking god.
But you got to think, it's quite clever how they've done it, like to create all the different races.
Yeah. But fucking come on.
It is a bit mad, don't get me wrong. It's a bit...
Oh my god. A son of Salmon and a daughter of Sikilak were carried east, where the land at first was so lacking in food that they were compelled to eat clay. On this account, their children and their children's children have always been yellow in colour.
Oh no.
And so the world came to be made and peopled. The sun and moon shone in the sky, and the beautiful stars lit up the night. Over the land, on the bodies of the envious Lacalabutan, the children of Sikalak and Sakabi had grown great in numbers. May they live in peace forever and brotherly love.
Well, these are some racist, incestuous sons of bitches. Right. I just love it, right? They saw an Eastern person and they went, you've been eating clay. And then it looked like someone down south and went, you've been burned.
Yeah.
Went to Africa or somewhere. Like,
you've just been fucked by a lightning bolt.
Yeah. You've been praying to sharks, are you?
There you go. So anyone out there that's, mixed race, just don't say I'm black, just say I'm sunburnt. And then anyone that's genuine black, don't say I'm black, say I'm lightning bolted. And if you're of Asian descendants, just say you're a clay eater. Fucking hell. Oh my god.
I think out of all the mythology I've ever read, that's the most racist one I think I've ever heard.
It's just, it gets worse when you think like it went from complete ancestry, like murder and everything, to ancestry to racism. What the fuck?
They were well thought out. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
They weren't selfish when you think about it. Like
they made sure everyone was included.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god! I can't believe what I've just read. Right. Well, these are some of the gods that are surrounded with Filipino mythology. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, I'm not. Hopefully, these are somewhat sane. So first, we have Bathala or Bathala.
Yeah. Supreme
god and creator deity, known as Bathala Makapal, Lemilka.
I thought I said leukemia.
And Abba.
Oh, fuck off! Right. I hate them Swedish fucks. I hate ABBA.
Like, I was going to say, you have to say that, because if that gets cut, I hate them Swedish fucks.
No. I love Sweden. Big up Ibrahimovic. No, he's Russian. Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's who I meant. Ibrahimovic. Freddie Ljungberg. He was Swedish. But no. I was just... Like, I get why people because there has been a couple of times I've been in like the van coming home from work and an ABBA song comes on.
I was going to say, some of their songs are catchy.
But then a lot of the time I'm just like, I can't stand them.
Nah.
I just really can't do it.
An enormous being control over thunder, lightning, flood, fire, thunder and earthquakes. Presides over lesser deities and uses spirits to intercede between divinities and mortals. Referred by Muslims as Anatala, the my fucking
go on boy
Tigma mannequin.
Alright, I don't know.
Is attributed to Bathala. Next we have Amenakable. Originally, this god was worshipped as the god of hunters. In more modern stories, he has become associated as the ill-tempered god of the sea, replacing Aman-Sanaya among of the first-generation gods, aside from Bathala. He was never married after his love was spurned by beautiful mortal maiden Maganda. In frustration, he swore vengeance against the humans by sending turbulent waves and horrible tempests in order to wreck boats and drown men. bit harsh, mate. In Idianelli.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
The goddess of labour and good deeds. Natives used to call for her guidance in order to make their work successful. She married Dimigan and had 2 offspring. Dimigan, the god of good harvest, he was married to Idianelli and had 2 offspring. Icapati. No, I prefer coffee, boss.
No, I'm a tea drinker.
Yeah, 100%.
You're a coffee drinker?
Yeah, I like both, but tea is good. But so is coffee. I don't know.
You used to always have a cup of coffee
Yeah.
before we started the podcast.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I've got a coffee machine sitting right up there, so
Yeah.
probably coffee. The goddess of cultivated land, she was the most understanding and kind among the deities of Bafala. Her gift to man was agriculture. As the benevolent giver of food and prosperity, she was respected and loved by the people. From her came fertility of fields and health of flocks and herds. Icapati was said to have married Mapulon, god of seasons. Mapulon. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, you can't say shit anymore, mate.
They had a daughter named, I want to say analogy, but that's not analogy. Anna Galay.
Pretty much like an analogy.
Yeah. We'll call her analogy. Who became the goddess of lost things. When analogy attained maidenhood, she married Dumakulan. I went African. Dumakulan. Dumakulan. Son of, for fuck's sake, Idianale and Dumagan, by whom she had 2 children, Apalake, who became the god of the sun and patron of warriors, and Dian Masalanta, who became goddess of lovers. Honestly, changed. What's wrong with, I don't know.
Makes it more romantic.
What, when you can't fucking say them?
Yeah, but I bet if you did that,
Yeah.
it might sound alright.
Yeah, we've probably butchered them and it's
Yeah.
completely different.
Yeah, we've got no more listeners in the Philippines.
La Capiti, often combined with Icapati from Jacano's Tagalog pantheon. La Capiti was a major fertility deity. During sacrifices made in a new field, the farmer would hold up a child and say, La Capiti Pakanin Moi Mo Yarin Alipin Mo Huagmong Guthamin, which stands for La Capiti feed this thy slave, let him not hunger.
Yeah, it's basically saying he's like a slave of the land.
Ah, say he's a poor child. Prominent among deities who received full-blown sacrifices were fertility gods. The Capiti, fittingly represented by a... Oh my god. Just when I think it was starting to sound sane.
Go on.
Prominent among deities who received full-blown sacrifices were fertility gods. The Capiti, fittingly represented by a hermaphrodite image with both male and female parts, was worshipped in the fields at planting time. For fuck's sake!
You people are moving mad. I respect it.
And the last one is Mapulon, the god of seasons and husband of Icapati, of whom they had a daughter. Fuck's sake, so old of us. We've got grandparent killing children.
Mm-hmm.
We've got incest.
Mm-hmm.
We've got racism.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got hermaphrodites.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. This is the maddest mythology I've ever read in my entire life.
You gotta respect it.
Creativity is up there. I'll give them credit.
They make Game of Thrones look like a child's book.
Honestly, they should have written season 8. Yeah. Fucking hell. I can't believe some of the words that should come out my mouth about this. Like,
yeah, I know.
What do you mean? Oh my days. Like, this is no disrespect to anyone that like follows this and believes in this, but even you've got to admit this is fucking mad.
Yeah. You can't like look at it and be like, nah, this is genuine.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing it does show. Fucking hell, Christianity ain't that boring compared to that.
Well, yeah.
What we got? We got some Donny that fucking died and then just woke up on a cross, and some geezer that can split a sea. What they do? They got hermaphrodites and racists.
Yeah. Kind of makes it more believable. Nah. Jesus turned water into wine.
This geezer turned his grandson into the earth.
Well, yeah, true.
Into land.
Fair. Yeah. No, there was that big boat.
He made black people with a lightning bolt.
Can't argue with it. Really, can you?
So, Ed, after that fucking pure madness, please, this is, do you know what's mad is that the creatures are probably more sane than the actual fucking mythology.
Maybe. Maybe. Well, I don't know.
We'll find out.
I've got two. One of them I'd say is fairly believable because it's actually been classed as a cryptid.
Oh, right.
Not just a mythical beast.
Yeah.
And that is called the Aswang.
Which, yeah, I remember you have mentioned before.
Yeah, I have mentioned. It's a ghoul or vampire type kind of creature, and its first sighting was in the 1500s.
Right.
An Aswang is a cryptid in Filipino folklore. An Aswang is an inherently evil werewolf and vampire-like creature, and is the subject of a wide variety of myths and stories. Spanish colonists noted that the Aswang was the most feared among the mythical creatures of the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the 16th century, the myth of the Aswang is well known throughout the Philippines, except in the Locos region, which is the only region that does not have an equivalent myth. It is especially popular in western Visayan region, such as Capiz, Loilo. I don't know if I could say that one.
No. I'll say it for you.
Yeah, thank you.
It depends how they pronounce it, because, I mean, that's spelt Negros. But that could be Negros. Do you know what I mean?
Or Negros.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
But to be safe, I ain't going to say it. Bahol, Masbate, not masturbate, Masbate, Aklan, and Antique.
Mind you, actually, going back to all this mythology, that probably does say Negros.
Other regional names for the Aswang include Tick Tick, Whack Whack, and Sock Sock, which is the noise it makes when chasing prey.
I think you'd be scared of that. Tick, tick, tock, tock, tick, tick, tock, tock.
Tick, 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 tick.
Oh, Philippine mythology. I fucking love this. It's my favourite mythology now. I love it. Fuck Norse and Greece. This one's the Don.
Aswang, or Aswang, is derived from the Sanskrit word Asura, which means demon. Sometimes this creature is called Balbal, or Ghoul, Meninilong, in Katanoan Quezon, which replaces the cadaver with banana trunks after consumption. Aswang stories and definitions vary greatly from region to region and person to person, and no particular set of characteristics can be ascribed to the term. However, the term is mostly used interchangeably with the Manananggal,
Right.
which I'm also covering.
Yeah.
And the creature is also usually depicted as a female. Aswang is a generic term applied to all types of witches, vampires, Manananggals, shapeshifters, and werebeasts. So an Aswang is not just one thing; it's a variety. Yeah. Aswang stories and definitions vary greatly from region to region and person to person, and no particular set of characteristics. Have I just read that? Yeah, I have. Sorry about that. The wide variety of descriptions in the Aswang stories make it difficult to settle upon a fixed definition of Aswang appearances or activities. However, several common themes... You alright?
Yeah, I just shuddered.
Come on, I know my storytelling's good, but Jesus. Don't do that again. However, several common themes that differentiate Aswangs from other mythological creatures do emerge. Aswangs are shapeshifters. Stories recount Aswangs living as regular townspeople. As regular townspeople, they are quiet, shy, and elusive. At night, they can transform into creatures such as a cat, pig, bird, or most often, a dog. What other mythology does that remind you of? They're a shapeshifter.
Egypt.
No. I'm thinking one I have covered.
What, mythology?
Well, no. But I have covered on...
Skinwalker.
Yeah. Does remind me of a skinwalker. And most often a dog. They enjoy eating unborn fetuses and small children, favouring livers and hearts. Some have long probises. Which they use to suck the children out of their mother's wombs or their homes.
Hell.
Some are so thin they can hide themselves behind a bamboo post. They are fast and silent. Some also make noises, like the tick-tick. The name was derived from the sound it produces, which are louder the further away the Aswang is, which reminds me of the Wendigo.
Yeah.
To confuse its potential victim, and the Bubu, an aggressive kind of Aswang that makes a sound of a laying hen at midnight. They may also replace their live victims or stolen cadavers with doppelgangers made from tree trunks or other plant materials.
They're creative.
Yeah. This facsimile will return to the victim's home only to become sick and die. And Aswang will also have bloodshot eyes, the result of staying up all night searching for houses where wakes are held to steal the bodies. Let's say these are different kinds of Aswang now.
Mm-hmm.
I won't go into the Manananggal because I'm doing that on its own.
Yeah.
But yeah, one is the Manananggal. Two is a tick-tick, sometimes known as a whack-whack, which I said before. Giant humanoid crows who belong to witches or Makukulum. To stop them, one must remove the crow that is inside of their stomachs. I thought I said mustaches for a minute. It wouldn't surprise me, but of the stomachs. The buzzsaw resembles human in appearance and behaviour. They are corpse thieves / grave robbers. It dwells in cemeteries, sometimes steals fresh corpses from funerals or tragic accidents, like car crashes. Their weakness is salt. Or the Bubu is an Aswang with bloodshot eyes that makes the sound of a laying hen at midnight.
Why midnight?
Everything happens at midnight. Did you know they actually have an Aswang festival?
They actually?
Yeah. In October 29th to 30, 2004, Capiz inaugurated the Aswang Festival, organised by non-governmental group Dugo Capiznon. Incorporated, it was a Halloween-like fiesta as a prelude to All Souls Day and All Saints Day festivals. It was, however, condemned by the Catholic hierarchy and some local officials as an act of adoring the devil. When former Capiz government, Vicente Bermejo, assumed office as mayor of Roxas City in July 2007, the controversial festival was stopped. Canada's High Banks Entertainment Limited's filmmaker Jordan Clark travelled to Capiz to film a documentary entitled Aswang, A Journey into Myth, shot entirely in Victoria, British Columbia's downtown. The docu-movie suspense film stars Filipino-Canadian stage actress Janice Santos Valdez and a special appearance from Marcial Soriano. The documentary proceeds will help raise funds to help restore power in Olatayan Island, Roxas City, and support patients of dystonia, Parkinsonism, and Kappas. Kappas has the highest prevalence at 21.94/100,000 cases, which translates to 1 for every 4,000 men. Aklan has the next highest rate, which is 7.72 per 100,000 figures. It suggests that XDP is endemic in Panay, particularly in Capiz. Some believe that dystonia was the origin of the belief in the existence of the Aswang, especially during the times in the past when disorders like dystonia were yet to be diagnosed and understood in the Philippines. Some people assume that individuals afflicted with dystonia were Aswangs. Some physical manifestations of dystonia resemble the typical characteristics of an Aswang, thus giving the illusion of a sufferer being an Aswang.
Right.
Which, it just seems like that's a lot when it comes to like monsters and everything, like with humanoid monsters. It's always like an illness or something like that. What's created? What they created. It's like when people resort to cannibalism in Canada and everything like that, being in the cold winters and everything. Then they would be classed as Wendigos,
and
stuff like that, because they were due to greed.
Which still baffles me that genuinely happened. Like, can you remember that like plane crash?
Mm-hmm.
And they were stuck up there for weeks.
Yeah.
And they had to end up eating
like the corpses.
It's just like, imagine having to go through that.
Won't bother me.
What if it was one of the boys? Game's a game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you imagine it just plane crash like, oh fuck, right, who are eating? There's a coconut tree there. Who are eating?
The rescue's going to be here in 5 minutes. Who we eating?
Yeah. I didn't get this plane to crash for me not eating someone. Because they got away with it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because it was survival.
Yeah. It wasn't like they murdered them or anything either. It's literally, it was that or they all die.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, you do. I think that did go to court because it was American football team, weren't it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that did go to court, but because of the situation, they got away with it.
Yeah. Which would be harsh if you sentenced them. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
I'd understand in a way, but at the same time, it's like, well, we would have died.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We were fucking starving.
In some ways, because it's difficult to say if they were murdered or not. They can't say.
No, they can't prove it, can they?
They can't prove, no, he died in a crash, because, that's just a good alibi.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, or they could have all survived, but they looked at little Timmy and were like...
You're getting it.
Yeah. Sorry, brother. You're getting it. But, no... It's a difficult one until you're in that situation.
You have no idea what you'd do.
No. It's...
I just thought, how'd they cook it?
Well, they could make a fire.
What, in a snowy mountain?
Yeah.
Where you can get wood from?
Well, you do get trees on mountains.
That is true.
And as well, I think they just got anything, even like the seats and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I suppose I could have burned that sort of thing, yeah.
You find something to burn.
But, yeah. Just your mate on like a rotisserie, he's nearly done.
Any time now. Yeah, the bloke's basting him up. I'm having the leg.
Just go check under seat 42. I think there's some seasoning under there.
Some fucking salt and pepper in the mouth.
It's literally salt baiting your best mate.
But no, I think if I was that hungry, I think I would eat someone.
Yeah.
Let's just hope the shit don't hit the fan then. What were them cannibals called on Walking Dead? I swear they had a name.
Terminus.
Yeah, Terminus, yeah. I've been one of them. Like, yeah, you're right. Right. So next we're talking about the Manananggal, which I quite like saying, the Manananggal. The Manananggal is a self-segmenter. Is a Philippine... You'll find out.
Oh.
A Filipino aswang, which we covered, which is an evil spirit, that detaches her torso from her lower half and then takes flight during the nights to eat infants.
Why you got to disembowel yourself? What's the point in that? Just fly with the rest of you.
That makes it more interesting. The creature's name was derived from the Filipino word tanggal, which means to separate, because of the manananggal's ability to separate itself from its lower body. To feed, the self-segmenter chooses an isolated place where she will leave her lower torso while she hunts at night. When she separates from her lower torso, she then gains her ability to fly. She then goes off in search of houses where pregnant women reside. Upon choosing a suitable victim, the manananggal alights on the house and inserts her tongue through the roof. The tongue is long, hollow, and extremely flexible. She uses it to puncture the womb of a sleeping woman and suck out the fetus.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, right? Obviously it's horrific, but just picture it, you're walking down the street, you just see half her torso just going, You're like, what the fuck you doing?
Fuck is that? At other times, she seduces men with her beauty and lures them to a private place before eating them alive. She usually eats the insides like the heart, stomach, or the liver. A manananggal can also be a sorceress that visits villages and barrios. In some stories, the wak-wak and or the sigbin are kept by them as either pets or servants. The manananggal is described as being an older, beautiful woman capable of severing its upper torso in order to fly into the night with huge bat-like wings and prey on unsuspected sleeping pregnant women in their homes. Sunlight. The weaknesses is sunlight is deadly to the manananggal when she's in her monstrous form. Should her two halves still be separated with the coming of dawn, she will be destroyed. According to legend, to destroy Manananggal, one should search for the lower torso that she leaves behind during the nightly hunts. Salt, ash, and garlic should then be placed on the exposed flesh, preventing the monster from combining again and leaving it vulnerable to sunlight. Small containers of salt, ash, and raw rice and the smell of burning rubber are said to deter the Manananggal from approaching one's house. Which is a bit mad.
Yeah.
But one thing it hasn't mentioned, it separates the torso, and all of its entrails, its intestines and everything, are hanging out.
Lovely.
Yeah, it is horrible to look. When I've seen pictures, well, not actual pictures, but drawings and that of it, it is disgusting. It's got needle teeth, like normal monsters.
Yeah.
But having its arms and everything. But having all its entrails just hanging out,
lovely,
bleeding, and it's a bit mad. There are other vampire-like creatures in the Philippines. The Tagalog Mandurago, or bloodsucker, is a variety of the aswang that takes the form of an attractive girl by day and develops wings and a long, hollow, thread-like tongue by night. The tongue is used to suck up blood from a sleeping victim. They use an elongated proboscis-like tongue to suck. Why is it with fetuses?
Isn't it?
From these pregnant women, they also prefer to eat entrails, specifically the heart and the liver, and the phlegm of sick people.
Oh, I don't know why that's most grim. They're eating fetuses and that, but phlegm now. Draw the line at that. Eat as many fetuses and entrails as you want. Just leave phlegm alone. You dirty pig.
But while we was on the thing, I mentioned the sigbin, and I might as well go and do a little bit of that. So getting an extra one.
Cool.
It's a vampiric hybrid, usually a goat or a dog. The sigbin or sigben is a creature in Filipino mythology said to come out at night to suck the blood of victims from their shadows. It is said to walk backwards, the beast, is said to walk backwards with its head lowered between its hind legs, and to have the ability to become invisible to other creatures, especially humans. The Sigbin is said to emit a nauseating odour. It is believed to issue forth from its lair during Holy Week, looking for children that it will kill for their hearts, which fashions in amulets.
Mm-hmm.
The myth is popularly known in the Visayas Islands and Mindanao. It is also said it looks like a dog and owned by rich people who hid those creatures in a jar. According to the legend, these families are known as Sigbinen, those who own Sigbin,
mm-hmm.
whose members possess the power to command these creatures and are said to keep the Sigbin in jars made of clay. The Aswang are also said to keep them as pets, along with another mythical creature, a bird known as the Wak-Wak, which is that giant crow thing.
Yeah.
It resembles a hornless goat, so a sheep, but has very large ears, and it can clap like a pair of hands and a long flexible tail that can be used as a whip. In some stories, its feet are facing the wrong way, which is why it walks backwards.
This thing's fucked.
Yeah. There is speculation that the legend may be based on sightings of a natural animal. Species that is rarely seen, based on the description of the Sigbin in popular literature. The animal species might be related to the kangaroo. Yeah, no.
It is. Yeah, but they don't exactly walk backwards.
No. With the recent discovery in the island of Borneo of the cat fox, a potential new species of carnivore described as having hind legs that are longer than its front legs. It has been postulated that the reported sightings of Sigbin may actually be sightings of a member of or relative of the cat fox species. Modern depictions. These are creatures which some in the Philippines still claim to see this day. A particular note was when a Sigbin was said to have captured in Seba, or Keba, whatever it's called. And a few pictures were taken which have been included. Oh no, I think that's just a dog with mange.
I was going to say, they say it was like from sightings. Are you sure it wasn't a sheep with polio?
Yeah, no, hang on. I hate this phone so much. Oh, fuck off. Right, yeah, you ain't seen a picture. Sorry about that. My phone's decided to shit itself. Fucking Samsungs.
Just bite the bullet and go iPhone.
No. Never. I ain't a sheep.
Yeah, but you're not a thingy-bob.
I just hate technology.
You won't have that issue.
Yeah, no, I just don't have a phone. But yeah, so there was 3 mythological creatures there, which some are still seeing today.
Mm-hmm.
So you can say that with a lot of the myths, though. A lot of like not just Philippines, not just Chinese or a lot of mythologies still have these mythological creatures. What people said to still see.
Yeah.
Like dragons.
Yeah.
People still to this day. Oh, have you ever been on TikTok and it's just like it's got that bloke? He's got a really cool voice, but it's like the CIA have just released photos or videos of these mythological creatures, and one of them was a dragon. I've never seen such fake shit in all my life. There was one. I'll have to try and find it for you, but there was one, and it was a Chinese dragon.
Yeah,
it didn't move.
All right.
It was flying across the sky, but it didn't move. It was like that, but moving. I was like, how can you? Why would you even bother? Why would you even bother? Whoever
created it, it's just gone, yeah, perfect.
Yeah, like, honestly, I've seen better CGI in like Sharknado. Jesus Christ! But yeah.
Oh my god.
It's been an interesting episode.
It's been a fucking mad episode. Jesus Christ on a bike.
But the Aswang interests me because you can pull bits off and relate it to other things like the Wendigo,
yeah,
Skinwalker and stuff like that, which I'm big into. I love listening to stories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
About Wendigos and skinwalkers and that. So I was very interested in Yaswang, and it just,
yeah.
But a lot of mythologies have like shape-shifting monster things.
Yeah.
It's a bit mad.
Well, it's probably just taking like inspiration from one another. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, it's ancient mythology. It's not like they had a fucking cup of coffee with another person.
It's like doing the test copy and your mate just.
yeah, just heavily plagiarised like everywhere you go.
But that just goes back to the fact that Christianity's so fucking boring. It's so dead compared to these lot.
You say that though, but there is like, well, from our side, there is like some good beasts and that in there. Like they do mention dragons. I think only once or twice. And then you got the Leviathan.
Yeah.
Jonah and the whale.
Yeah.
What else? There is a few things I can't think right now, but yeah, there is a few things. So
they just don't have hermaphrodites in incest.
No, they don't have virgin mothers.
That is true. That is true.
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
but no, I think that officially wraps up Philippine mythology.
Yeah, let's say we ain't discussed all of Philippine mythology.
No,
like. It's quite interesting, like I say. Like,
oh yeah,
get past all the madness.
Yeah,
it is quite interesting, and if you do like want to learn more, have at it.
Yeah, well, that was sort of the basis of what we like trying to do with this.
Yeah, of course.
Season, wasn't it?
Yeah,
because if we wanted to talk about everything in one mythology, that'd be a whole season in itself. Like we do a whole season on Philippine mythology easily.
Yeah. Oh god,
do you know what I mean? So just whet your appetite. You know what I mean? If you're interested, you can go and look up some more madness.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But that's like, especially with the Asian mythology, that's what we're doing. Like, when we get into Norse, it's going to be a bit more specific.
Yeah. But I think that's because we've got a lot more of an interest in it.
Yeah, what we've had for over a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's fair.
But no, so next week, I believe we are doing Hindu mythology.
Yeah.
We've only got 2 more Asian mythologies to go.
Yeah, so it'll be Hindu and then Japanese.
Yeah, and then we get to talk about the big one. I'm very excited.
Which one's that one? Norse. Norse, it is Norse. Oh, well, buzz.
So, no, thank you very much for watching.
And,
Ed, where?
I thought you were about to cut me off, fucking hell.
Where can they find us?
Well, you can find us on Facebook, which is Mr. Mysteries in Black and White. It is a private group, but if you do add to it, we will accept you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm half tempted to just make it fucking open.
Yeah.
So just anyone could then join it. You can follow us on Instagram, which is Mr. Mysteries _, like the actual underscore line thing. You can follow us on Twitter, which is Mr. Mysteries 1. At Mr. Mysteries 1. You can follow us on TikTok, which we put little snippets of our episodes on there, like the good bits, the funny bits. You know what I mean? And I think last week they've been cracking me up.
Brilliant.
They've been cracking me up. Which is Mr. Mysteries 10. You can follow us on YouTube. God, so many.
Yeah.
Follow us on YouTube, which is just Mr. Mysteries. But the best way to find out is through our Facebook group.
Mm-hmm.
You can email us, and that could be sightings of cryptids, sightings of ghosts, sightings of UFOs, sightings of anything what is a bit weird and wonderful. Your theories on subjects that we've covered. Your criticisms of our podcast episodes. Your praises, which we prefer on the podcast episode. But yeah, and if you've got a subject what you'd like us to cover, we'd do that. Because also we, as well as the podcast itself, we also do On the Hunt, which is where we talk about pretty much stuff what we want to talk about. Only one subject each.
Yeah.
And also, but with that as well, we talk about more
recent
events if we can. If not, it's everything we want to talk about.
Yeah.
There's no real scripture.
No.
And also, we do a reacts video now every week, which it comes out on a Friday.
Yeah.
On the Hunt comes out on Wednesdays, and the reacts come out on Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, please check up on our YouTube, through the Facebook, which is best way. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Get on there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's everything from what I said. I need to write a script for it, really. So, but Josh,
Yep.
where can they listen to us?
You can listen to us, even though you're listening probably right now, but you can, if you fancy broadening your horizon and listening on another podcast platform, you can listen to us on Podbean, Spotify, Amazon, Samsung, Podchaser, Player FM, and iHeartRadio.
Fantastic. That's what I mean. We've got shit going on everywhere.
Yeah, boy.
But no, yeah, please share with your friends if they've got a similar interest, even if they haven't. We try to be entertaining.
Yeah.
They might get into it.
Yeah,
you never know.
But,
yeah, so, but no, thank you for listening to us. We talk rare bollocks.
but you guys love it.
Yeah. But again, please check out Nuclear Medicine Men.
Yeah.
He is a fantastic host. He welcomed us in. We had a good laugh. We had a really good laugh. Easy talking to. And yeah, we're going to be going back on there soon. I think, very soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, please, let them know.
Yeah. So, but other than that, thank you very much for watching, or listening, or both. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Happy hunting.